Turo talks are back.
Oh, shit.
Missed the pickup at the airport. This is my first Turo talk session.
I know. I didn't realize that the Turo talk originated in California and you weren't there, sadly.
Yes, that's true. I was missed. But we're trying to carry on the tradition.
Well, we just
spent a few hours at the venue testing.
Yeah, Rodri doing his magic, man. That guy is unreal.
It's probably the most complex or advanced broadcast we were putting together thus far.
Yeah, we've invested in a little bit of equipment. I mean, we've been getting positive feedback about some of the recent changes that we've made, and we're trying to up the level a little bit more with this one. And the Reps Ahead venue, man, I cannot wait for those matches to start tomorrow night. I think it's going to get... Reps Ahead just gets intense. Like, when you're there, you can't help but get bought into the match as the rounds are ending, as they're getting close to a knockout, as the match is coming to an end. Like, people get into it. And in that setting, it's going to get loud, and I think it's going to be probably, I think even for athletes like Ariel and James, it's going to be unlike any environment they've competed in before.
You'll see it on the broadcast tomorrow, but it's very much like you're on top of the athletes, which is cool.
Steep angle of the seats, not a bad seat in the house.
No.
You know, they're on the rig, but they're in the, doing a muscle up or a chest bar, toes to bar. It's nothing that's obstructed. They move forward to a box, they move forward to a barbell. Everything's exposed, everything's open, and may the best person win. Morning, Ben.
Did you get breakfast?
Yes. I got it after.
It's a Lord of the Rings thing. Second breakfast.
Second breakfast.
11's.
You don't eat?
Not until like noonish usually. Just because I feel like really full at night then. For whatever reason.
I mean, Rachel's not bad. This is a decent. Same thing as Malachi. This is probably a better workout for her than Sunday. So, and it's also a harder workout to get more reps ahead quickly. So I still think that
They go harder this week, right? It's a slower workout.
I think all the matches will go 3 rounds, but probably Ariel and James will win in 3, and the other 2 will go to the 4th round.
James is just so. We're talking James Sprague.
Champion of the games.
Yeah. There you go.
Good any other year before this.
Sure. Yeah, that's not. Like I was just telling her, I'm like, hey, if it was last year, that's twice as much money.
I asked Ben, because he's put that poll up, it's a lot more specific than the one that I put up, where it's like 4 options. And I said, I'm curious in the results and how they compare to the very vague question that I answered. And he said, we got about 2,000 votes so far, and it's trending very similarly, where he's projecting about 60% of the open seats compared to last year.
60% up.
If that vote is extrapolating to the full community, which would be like 200,000 as compared to 350.
I should look. Shows up to 4,000, 5,000 views yesterday.
I put up,
We're all sitting there, and Trista was like, can I have a ride back? Well, yeah, you can come with us. And she looks over at Tudor, and she goes, Tudor, where are you staying? And he's just like,
No idea.
staring dead ahead.
Good morning, Sunshine.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
How'd you sleep?
Great, wonderful.
Brian snore a lot?
yeah, local competition, regional competition, athletes traveling from neighboring states, MBS Turkey Challenge, which I think has been running under a different name for like over a decade. It's not a new competition, but it's new for us. And that will precede the Reps Ahead each of the 2 days.
So, you actually saw Hiller this morning?
I did, yeah. We ran into each other.
And he just put words in your mouth, or were you...
We were talking about it, you know. He put some words in my mouth.
He never does that.
Never. That's so out of character. Like,
This was a last-minute swap for you. You were going to do the full competition.
I was, yes.
Now you got 1 workout per day.
Yes.
And you got some pretty stiff competition. I mean, Ariel's...
I mean, you could say that, yeah.
But you're up for it.
I'm up for it. It's going to be fun, you know?
Did you put much thought into what these sequences actually consist of?
I mean, in the couple days that I was doing this, we put a little thought into it. I did test them out. I did some intervals of them, so.
And you've done Reps Ahead before.
I have, yes.
Not on the pro circuit.
No, yeah.
Undefeated. What?
Undefeated, yeah.
Phil does a ton
But
of
one match.
No, but you know.
Want to know?
You went against a guy.
I did. I went against his name's Tanner. Tanner Stahl. Love you, bud.
I heard it wasn't really much of a match. Sorry, Tanner. Do you think that there's potential for male
all-female pro matches in the future. For
I think that could be really fun.
I think we need to do it at some
I
point.
think that's
Adler versus Tia.
yeah, like that would be so cool.
Who would you bet on? Gotta go with Tia, right?
I think Tia.
Hasn't it?
I go with Tia.
So, with a little bit of experience you have, and looking at this match today, you see someone who's, on paper, she's better than you. Or she's better than almost everyone on paper.
Yes.
But this is different than a 6-event, 10-event, weekend-long competition. Is there an opportunity to kind of outlast her here?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely different than like a competition, like a full 6-event, 7-event. We got what, like 4 2-minute and 30-second rounds. So
Do you think your chances are better to try to beat her?
I think my chances are better doing this than like a regular competition for sure.
Do you think you have a better chance to beat her by being aggressive quick or by trying to outlast her over 4 rounds?
It's a good question.
No one will see this until after the fact.
I know, because I've been thinking about this. Like, do I just like guns blaze and try to shock her? I think she's too fit for that. I think like if I go out too hot for like me, that I can't sustain it, she'll be able, she's too fit for that to like.
You'll see when you see him.
Interesting.
He's friendly, he's happy to be here, he's smiling, he's helpful. That's how I've known him to be.
Same.
Outside of certain times.
Same.
So, do you know Rachel?
No, I met her this morning at breakfast.
You did?
Yeah. I felt bad because when they said Lauren canceled, they had told me who it was, but like I didn't look into it because I'm like, I just got back from Scotland.
Yeah, you have a lot going on.
So somebody asked me, they're like, who are you going against? And I was like, hello.
The next time someone asks you, you can say, the Summit Games champion, she's a badass. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, she won the Summit.
Strategy is different because you have one goal. It's not do your best, it's like what you have to do.
And she's done it before.
That's what she said against you guys. Yeah, she did tell me that.
Gonna do a quick workout on the side of the competition. We're gonna do an acid bath, like a 3 or 4 round acid bath. Not the same stimulus, but a little something, something.
Scott's probably whooping his ass again.
We're all tied up.
Ah, more prepared with the equipment.
Need all the advantage I can get. Transition time.
That's okay. Chad sucks on the bike.
It's the first time he's used it.
He's never used his bike before.
But like,
That last 100 meters.
That rain in QW is coming up.
Okay, not on the camera, please. 50 meters, who's it gonna be? What the heck? Oh my God, Chad by a second? We've been out here for 20 minutes. These guys are ridiculous.
Nice, Chad.
You let him have it?
No, man. He got quicker on his transitions.
You know what? The first burpee after the row is a no rep. You gotta stand starting tall. Chad's still 1,000 meters behind.
Take the 5-second penalty anyways.
That's not a 5-second penalty. These are road rules. You worked that ended right there.
Gentlemen, thank you. Good job, man. Programming was acid bath times 3. After each machine, you do 5 burpees. So what did it take us? I forgot to look, but 7 minutes for the first round. We're at 24 now. We've been done for about 2-3 minutes. Yeah.
I'm gonna say 21,
It's like
22 probably.
Yeah.
Last minute addition.
Yes.
Does that make it more nerve-wracking?
I mean, it's nerve-wracking, but also I haven't really had that long to like dwell on it. So I'm kind of, it's just like thrown in there and good
So
luck.
you would prefer to have less time to think about it?
I mean, I might have felt a little more prepared if I had more time, but
You've done Reps Ahead before.
Yes.
Phil often talks about it's tough to practice.
yes.
Yes, you can do the workout.
Oh, it's completely different.
Right.
Even in practice, I was like, this is not gonna equate to how it's gonna be on the floor at all.
So it's more like a comfort thing, but knowing that it could be completely different.
Yeah, I mean, it's just different when you're going against someone and like it's just you two and it's just different. Yeah, it's hard to replicate by yourself in a gym. I mean, we got a lot of home crowd here, so definitely live just like 30 minutes away. Got a lot of friends here, so I think that'll play more of a part than kind of the one-on-one aspect. It's a couple individuals doing the comp, and then in addition, a bunch of people like from our gym and people cheering them on as well that are staying for tonight.
That's awesome.
After Malika whips your ass today, no one's gonna know you.
Reps ahead on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Reps ahead.
Double hair clip.
But cough drops. So a lot of that chewing gum, you gotta keep the mouth moist. Moist. But in terms of the exercises, no. Get a nice fresh haircut. Doesn't matter because I usually wear the hat. But you know, look good, play good type thing. You know. So.
Sick.
But yeah, that's about it.
And you're rocking the sick Reps Ahead shirt.
Yeah, limited edition.
That's right. Let's go.
Thick boy, courtesy of Thick Boy. I'm just ready to burn it down.
Look, never feel better over the calf, because think about it. When you go into a squat, you get the rebound from hamstring to calf. You go deep. I know, but I just like them. So yes, for this workout, or emotional support, I'm fully okay being teased for that, because it'll help me win. Advantage, actually. I think we're going to have to decrease. Oh, yeah. Are we ready? Yeah. That bounce is illegal. Yeah, there's people like double, you know, they do all this. Justin does that. Pistols, yeah. Justin gets away with it.
I am super excited.
How's your day been? Has it been like nerve-wracking waiting?
Yeah. I feel like we've just been sitting around a lot. So it's just been a long day.
Do you usually work out like start in the morning?
I do, yeah. Different early.
Working out like late for the first time is weird.
I mean, it's fine. I don't really care.
I like how he made you demo.
I know, right?
You're like the demo guy all the time, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Like you should have got Hiller out there, the demo or something like that.
That would have been way better.
Way more fun.
Yeah.
Like, man, give you guy a break. You know? You call me
Hiller
last minute to show
it.
up,
Yeah.
and then you make you demo.
And then you make me demo? Gosh.
Like, come on, man.
This guy.
And you've done this multiple times. Like, seniority rules kind of thing. Right?
You know, it really
you should
does.
be walking
Yeah.
around here like a king.
I should be.
You know, Dr. Phil.
You know, I should be announcing this, Phil.
You demo Phil, and I'll walk.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I'll walk the crowd through this.
Back here. I wouldn't say that again. It's happened before.
Try to get him a little bit devastated by doing that touch and go and see if that worked, but which it did a little bit, but it really took it out of me.
Honestly, man, Renovo Collective is a big partner of ours, as is Reps Ahead, as they've done our event at Tijuana-Palooza in SoCal, and they're going to do it again in Miami, and I wanted to just be here to support them because I know what it takes to put something like this on, of this magnitude, with this many athletes, especially this being their first year doing it, so it was a pleasure for me to fly out and help support them.
I got heat, driving me crazy, make me mad, make me lazy. I got heat, come on baby, I got heat. I'm packing heat for you, babe. Bitch, you're crazy. I got heat.
expected. I went into it expecting 4 rounds, and after 2 rounds, I was in control. So I was like, okay, if you push hard, you can end it. And I think I touch and go'd a few, so it felt good.
Nice.
Everybody was telling me, elevation sucks, you're gonna die. And I'm like, no. If you let it get in your head, yes. But I was like, you're fine. Deep breaths, you're fine. Doing good. Strategy was perfect. I might have went a little too fast, but I could hold on to it, so it was okay.
And did you put, before this, when you were prepping, were you playing with different strategies?
I played with it once.
Okay.
So I knew essentially each round I would do 2 sets of bar muscle ups, and that was the hard part. So once I got past that, it was like, I can do this and that, catch my breath. It's just the bar muscle ups got hard.
Awesome.
But they felt good. Can't complain.
Congratulations. Were you looking forward to this workout or the next workout?
I'm actually looking forward to the next one more.
That's what we keep saying.
Yeah, but it might be more painful. We'll see. We'll see if I'm wrong or right.
Awesome.
Tomorrow.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
The Tudor Cole was for sure the highlight.
What a way to start off,
That
right?
was insane.
Yeah.
I was like, because man.
But don't you think that's like the perfect way? Like if
Yes.
you didn't know anything about Reps Ahead, you see that match, you're just like, oh,
you're hooked.
That's what it is.
You're hooked.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He went out, like, he looked great for a long time. And then it just like, it was just like that.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he was just like so gassed. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And Cole seemed pretty chill the whole time.
Yeah.
And there was the Trista match too, like she didn't get to that level, but Zoe was like really pushing her. And it was kind of cool just seeing much more than like before where I've seen them kind of go chill and there's always a lead and they can never just claw back.
Yeah.
So it was exciting.
I thought Trista did a good job because while there, it looked like she was going to fall off.
Yes.
But then that last one,
She regrouped.
She regrouped really
Yes.
good. I mean, not many people can regroup that way. Not only regroup, but she almost had that knockout.
Yeah, especially for a young athlete, like for her to keep the composure. Because sometimes, like when we saw SoCal, like athletes kind of see it and then just kind of like
kind of die and give
flat,
up.
right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was really exciting matchups.
Predictions for tomorrow.
Yeah, so what do we got? We got
Cole versus James.
And James and Ariel versus Trista.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy because, like, on paper, some of these matchups today seemed a little lopsided. Maybe.
Sure.
But, like, watching that was definitely not. Like, they were, like, even pretty much the entire way.
You would say, like, even Malachi versus James.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it was still a match.
Yeah.
He went head-to-head
For sure.
with the Games champion, right?
Which is kind of cool to see because it's
Yeah.
like you have CrossFit Games athletes and you have athletes that haven't been there yet, but they're still able to compete. And almost, like, it was great. So tomorrow, Cole, James, Ariel, Trista. I think Ariel has it. She was my pick before the weekend.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the James Cole match
I am
because
too.
like Cole seemed super composed and super chill, and he seemed like he really enjoyed this kind of like workout.
Yeah.
I don't know his history in it, and it sounds like everyone's looking forward to the one tomorrow more than this one today. So they say it's fast and hard, and it seems like James seemed excited for that one too. So I don't know the James Cole one. I don't know. Like I'm not sure.
It was exciting, and it's something that I hate when people are right about stuff that I just absolutely don't think that they're going to be right about. But Phil did tell me, he goes, it's something you got to see in person. And even like right before it started, I kind of got excited for it, which isn't something that you'll ever get. And it's also not something that I really generally experience when I'm watching something like a 333 at a CrossFit competition. You don't just sit there and, all right, well, we know what they're going to do. And we kind of have an idea who's going to finish where, but there's always some sort of, whoa, this is different. And it's always going to be different. I kind of sound really cheesy with that, oh, this is going to be different, but it is. And you never really know what's going to happen. And you kind of feel a little bit of the anxiety that they might feel. So there's some different emotions going on. And it's cool. And you'd only get it in person.
Yeah, so like, how do you feel like it can like come across in a broadcast? Like, can people watch it and still get the feeling? Or like, I mean, obviously you've seen some of the past ones.
Honestly, that might come with very similar to how you watch the CrossFit Games develop year over year over year. And then I really think 2018-19 it peaks. And you even see that with the athletes' followings, like the Katrins, the Mets, the Annies, the Fronings. They've got millions of followers and millions of people are attached to it. And I think that sitting down with the athletes, getting the interviews before, after, during, I know that they've been interviewed by production teams in the middle of it. I think that it will build some of that anxiety for their people over time. I think there's a little bit of work to be done, and maybe I gotta go watch this one and see if it comes across as well.
Cool. What was there anything unexpected while watching?
complete and utter destruction of Tudor Magda was unexpected, as was Zoe Warren. Just kind of like, I can't do a muscle up. It's what it looked like. I don't want to speak for her, but she just kind of rolled over into a puddle of herself. And I would say that it's not something you very often see. There was a strongman guy who was talking about the importance of stuff like our max effort sled push, and a lot of people might know max effort assault bike. And I think that these athletes are like really pushing themselves in a way that you don't have to when you know what a 10-minute AMRAP feels like, or 5 rounds for time. So they're kind of like dipping into something like a threshold that hurts a little more than they're used to.
Do you think it's the programming, or do you think it's the fact that they're going up to someone and they have to like beat them? Like, what makes it hit them? That like, what is it? There's a mix of all.
If you ask if it's the programming, there's nothing more effective than the 1 minute rest that everyone overestimates like what that's going to do for you. So maybe it's that which they overbite a little bit more. They're like, oh, I think I can do this, but then you never can ever with the 1 minute rest. But also you are looking at that board over there and go, all right, I'm either this much behind or this much in front, and I think that ends up hurting them a bit too. But you don't see that happen very often in CrossFit. I mean, we had how many athletes compete? 8? And how many of them were in a puddle? / Trista could barely talk. So I'd say 3 out of the 8 of them. It's a pretty high percentage. And off the top of my head, I don't really see many athletes in the typical CrossFit space just like dying, falling over.
Right.
I do. I think so. I came into this weekend actually too sore, in my opinion. But yesterday, like, flushed it all out. Thank goodness.
What photo is that? I think the responsible thing about
So I like right now.
That's how it works.
I feel ready for this matchup.
Really?
Yeah, I think because it can't get worse than the last one. I think.
I don't think it can get worse. You think it was like a worse? I just think you just sent it.
If you don't want to go through with your work. No, I did not send it.
I
did not send it. I will send this
20
one.
pounds of muscle,
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean by
Before you
send?
see a full send.
I will pay you $1 million.
You'll see, I guess.
He doesn't want to give away his plan. He
No,
didn't
I
want
didn't
to the
think
other
you
day.
could do it.
advice to him?
Pay you.
Last one I sent it at the end, yeah, for sure. Like I went to my favorite.
The wiggles.
Yeah, exactly. Ours was in right.
You were walking to the box. I got tagged in something on the internet where you were doing the wiggles.
Takes a lot more money.
Did you watch the stream? Did you go back and look at it? Yeah. Of you?
I was trying to look at it
more out of them
during the clean and jerks, I guess.
from the contract.
But I mean,
What I was told.
No, I mean like, did you go back and watch yourself?
Screw you open?
yeah.
Yeah. You've never gone like close with it or anything?
I think I went out okay, like at a good pace, and then I saw Cole fading in round 2.
You tried to take him out.
No, I didn't. I should have.
That's how it was.
Because then I think first my grip blew up here, and then these two just got harder, and so my lungs kind of faded. So.
Do you have a new favorite CrossFitter?
Mom.
Mom? Oh, who's your second favorite?
That's a valid answer. I know.
No. Meeting.
Oh, gee, should I come?
Yeah, you probably should come.
All right, I'm coming.
Your coach can watch it.
I got it. Phone is secured.
Phone is secure.
Do I have time to change, or should I go over now?
Oh, we'll just go real quick. We'll walk and talk.
Walk and talk.
Walk and talk. So, fresh off the podium.
Yeah.
And now, what are you about to do?
About to hit some reps ahead and see how it goes.
Are you excited?
I would say I wish my body felt a little bit better, but hey.
I mean, you guys won every single event. No. But it was a team event, so you should be well rested, right?
Yeah, very well rested.
Yeah.
Legs are a little toasty thanks to Josh Bridges, but
Yeah.
all
Shout
fine.
out Josh Bridges.
Yeah.
But here he is. Have you seen this area yet?
Yeah, I got to lift in here yesterday.
Okay. There you go.
right.
It's official.
We're doing it.
We're doing
Sign my
it.
life away.
Sign your life away. But hey, there's 1K on the line here.
There is.
And did you hear they added a knockout bonus?
What?
Yeah.
What
If
does
you
that
knock
mean?
out if you win by knockout, you get an extra $100.
Ooh, all right.
I mean, it's an extra $100.
Yeah.
That's a lot of voodoo donuts.
That is.
Saw Patrick.
I'm right here.
Welcome, girl.
Feeling
This is 7 events in.
Yeah, I
Come
know.
on. Someone smells like vanilla.
Not me.
That's me, Chris. It has to be Trista.
All right, guys.
I don't want to smell bad.
I prefer chocolate. I'm gonna go.
She did that for you, Ariel. She didn't want to smell bad for you.
All right, I'll do the smelling bad for all of us.
Yeah, your mom. Moms don't smell
Yeah,
bad.
exactly.
Step down on the box jump today.
What if I don't want it?
Let's do a
Guess you're giving 5K to Cole, I guess. We're going to.
Flash is 14. It's not over. It has to be staying there.
It has to be solid.
Okay. Reps ahead on 3. 1, 2, 3. Reps ahead. Come on.
Not just 1,000.
I know.
Got that knockout.
Look at her go.
Were you going for the knockout?
Yes.
Yeah.
My plan was to start fast and end it. If I had to another round, that would have been scary.
And is that?
That was my plan, and I was like, I really hope I get her in 2 rounds, because that's gonna be scary.
What was for you, like, was there a specific movement you were looking to like
Boxing
maximize?
overs.
Yeah. Okay.
Fast. I don't know why, compared to the field, I feel like I can get a few reps each time on those. I knew that from the last time I did reps ahead. We started on the box jump overs, and I just got to lead every round through those and kept it. And I was like, I'm gonna do that again. So.
Tutor, you didn't see another like.
Say that again.
After yesterday.
Yeah. Feel better today. Yeah, I'm more used to it, I think.
Gonna keep it. Similar strategy. Is this like watching this? Does it change anything?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. It's a little different than yesterday, I think. So, yeah.
Out of the 2 workouts, which one were you most looking forward to? This one. Okay, cool.
We just beat it up.
There's almost no way around it though, bro. When you look at the 2018, 2017 regionals, like everyone that went to Utah,
everyone
was significantly slower. Significantly slower than like some of the slowest people in the California region would have qualified.
No, you're good. You're good. Good time. Good time. Good time.
Yeah. What's going on?
All right, I got it.
All right, brother. Good job, man.
So Malachi, how was that?
Frustrating, bro.
Frustrating.
Obviously, yeah. I was just like frustrated. I thought I was gonna be able to string it out into those later rounds, but I just like couldn't. He was freaking fast, dude. He was like moving, and then like it's such a fast sequence. I should have known better. That's why I was so frustrated that like if I get stuck on the barbell and he gets onto the chest bars are so fast, and he's so good at cycling them that it's like, you know, you can't. There's no way around it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just frustrating. You know, I should have known better and try to sprint just a little bit more on the barbell, but it's kind of doing what I could at the same time.
Yeah.
Some long levers. You know.
Is it like that's not like? Would you say that like? It was just like small details in transition execution versus just like overall like fitness level.
I think so. I think my barbell. I think honestly, snatch has been a big weakness of mine ever since.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's like I think I just should have probably gamed it better on. I don't know, maybe just leading up to it, or I just need to work on my my cycle rate for the barbell. But yeah, I think what hurt me yesterday too is, I was talking about it with Westy, was like just my transitions. Like James is so fast, like off of the bar, getting down into the burpee, you know, and it's like even just the 1-2 steps that I take, you know, 1 or 2 reps over the course of 3 or 4 rounds, you know, that's 6 reps, you know, that you're behind on just on falling down to the ground versus a couple steps. But yeah, I think a lot of it's just getting out of my own head. But it's, yeah, I think
it wasn't like 1 or 2 seconds. I mean, it was like, I think he beat you with like 1 or 2 seconds left.
Yeah,
like,
I know. I know. I was so that. Yeah, so I was like, maybe if I could string it out into that second or third, but that's what was most frustrating. Is it's so close to be able to string it out. So it was something that could play a little bit more in my favor. But yeah, that's why I was frustrated. It's all good.
Junior, how'd that go for you? Exactly as planned?
I just executed as best as I could. I just went as fast as I could from the gate, so I think it went pretty good.
That was similar to your strategy yesterday.
No, I tried to. So I talked to James last night. He's like, dude, you went out way too long. And I was like, dude, I actually tried to pace that, and we were arguing a little bit because, you know, on the box, it's actually harder for me to go a little bit slower. I feel like I stall a little bit, but I think that workout you had to pace, and unfortunately I just didn't have the capacity.
First round knockout.
Yeah, thank you.
Pretty good stat.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Just by like 2 seconds.
By 2 seconds? I didn't see.
2 seconds. Maybe not, it was 1 second. I don't know. It was close. It was really good.
I don't think I had it either way, but that sucked.
Are those rubber grips?
Yeah, they're like the no chalk. Yesterday they worked so well. Yeah.
Sometimes they're like on and off with like different bar movements.
Yeah, but I thought it was the same bar, so I'd be fine. But dude, like I might as well not even have grips on. Like there was no traction.
Did you wipe off the chalk?
Yeah. I brought a sock out and everything.
I think that people would love to see that, especially now that they've seen the development of what Reps Ahead can be.
I think he forgot his what high elevation feels like. I think that we do it here. We'll have some fun again. Definitely make some
There's no elevation in Miami.
No, there ain't.
Naples, no?
Dude, it was hard. I thought of you the whole time.
This match is the present
Your support.
versus the future.
Thank you, man.
Versus the future.
just thought we were tired.
I was tired.
Yeah, but you just.
I'm not even kidding. It was like I'm on my palm, I'm on my fingertip every rep, and I'm like, yesterday was fine.
Yeah.
Same exact grips, so I guess don't put your faith in grips that don't require change.
Yeah, not.
Get the good old-fashioned carbon fibers from now on.
We have to find a new.
With that being said, though, I mean, I think James had it either way. Just probably would have.
Yeah.
It would have looked a little better.
Yeah. I think that your match yesterday took a lot out of you.
Oh, both of us. Yeah. Tudor was a tough matchup.
Yeah. But now you know. So.
Yeah. No. Just keep evolving and learning. I feel like every time I compete.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about the sport. It's like just when you think you have it figured out, something new pops up, or a new weakness or a new strength. You're always improving. And that's the cool thing about you. Is like you've done that. You've shown that. It's just going to keep on going. And Reps Ahead is a good way to showcase some of those skills or even weaknesses that you have.
For sure.
Yeah. But we'll definitely have you back, man. Appreciate it. Hey, have a great holiday. Enjoy your trip.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, safe travels back.
Of course. No joke. That's right.
Said it hurts.
Good job, Tristan.
Thank you.
Crushed it.
My lungs hurt so bad.
It's going to take something special for anyone to beat either James or Ariel, and just based on their pedigrees coming into this weekend, I think everyone could understand that. Especially tonight. I mean, Trista brought it. Like, that was having Ariel in the booth last night compared to tonight was night and day. When she said yesterday that was a 6 or 7 RPE. Today she said I hit a 10, and I didn't know if that went 3 rounds. I don't know what would have happened. So it's like it does. Even for someone as good as Ariel, it's not easy to come in here and do that. And I got to give Trista a ton of credit. Like, she's a fighter, and she took it to her tonight, and she came up short, but it wasn't for lack of an incredible effort. And Trista Smith, like, you can't be feeling bad about losing to Ariel alone. So it was a fun, on the women's side especially, like, that was a really, really fun final. On the men's side, it ended, I think James got I don't want to say he didn't get lucky. He was the best guy here. But if the draw had been a little different and he'd had to face Tudor tonight, if you watch the match and listen to his interview, he goes, yeah, I'm nervous thinking about that. I mean, you saw what Tudor did to Malachi today. 1-round knockout is rare in Reps Ahead. This was a good sequence for Tudor tonight. Cole, what Cole's grease saber did on night 1 was phenomenal, but he didn't have it tonight against James. So I would say, James was like sort of business as usual. Ariel had to earn it. Yeah, I mean, look, for me it's like twofold. I'll talk about Andrew first because I think it's a big deal what he and I did. Obviously, there's history, and the history of Andrew Hiller and Brian Friend is going to be known to varying levels by various people. And a lot of people have just what they see in the public, and then they're left to kind of make their own assumptions. So I think it kind of shook some people that we were even doing this. But then, we got a lot of positive feedback. And I mean, look, Andrew Hiller, like, not everyone likes Andrew Hiller, and not everyone wants to work with Andrew Hiller, and I totally get that. And I could take that mentality too, but I've always said it before, whether he likes it or not, that I know there's a good part of Andrew Hiller out there, and I think that people got to see that this weekend. And it wasn't if you were here, you definitely got to see it, because he was laughing, he was smiling, he was open to doing everything that was involved with promoting Reps Ahead. He did things he didn't have to do for Phil this weekend, and then we did the broadcast together, and he hasn't done a lot of those. He does live podcasts, but most of his stuff is cut up, edited in his garage, and he puts it out there, and it's obviously really, really well done. But to do it in a live setting is different, and I think he would say the same thing. He knows that I do this on a nearly weekly basis, and so he let me take the lead. And anytime I stop talking or ask him a question, he was ready to go. He always has a thought, an opinion, something to say. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's evaluating the performances on the field, but he doesn't leave any dead air time. And I think that the humor, the silliness, the kind of unpredictability that he brings is also something that people appreciate. So I thought that it went well, and then we got a lot of positive feedback last night. I haven't looked at anything yet tonight, but if you're looking at the whole spectrum of what could have been to what was, I think it was almost as good as it could have been. You also asked about just like the overall experience here this weekend, and for the B.Friendly team, like, we took on a lot. We took on more than we usually would. I was doing the live stream for the Turkey Challenge, which at a lot of competitions is like the totality of what I'm doing in a weekend. And that sort of left you and Rodri to figure out everything on the broadcast and production side of things. And I think that given the resources that we had available, whether it was people, time, or equipment, that we made the adjustments needed and put in the work when we had to, each one of us, to make that happen. And I said it at the end of the broadcast, but I'm sure some people tuned out beforehand, but like this doesn't happen
without guys like you and Rodri in the fold. Obviously, we're really fortunate to have Patrick being willing to fly in from Germany to be a part of it. It's not just doing the MC for the Reps Ahead. He's supporting us in the background in ways that people, we're not expecting them to see that, but it's happening, and it just makes me feel good about the team of guys that we had here, plus Rodri remote, and what we're hopefully able to put together a meaningful broadcast for both the Turkey Challenge and Reps Ahead this weekend.